The Second Battle of Swat, also known as Operation Rari Rast, began in May 2009 and involved the Pakistani Army and Taliban militants in a fight for control of the Swat district of Pakistan. The First Battle of Swat had ended with a peace agreement, widely criticized in the West, that the government had signed with the Taliban in February 2009. However, by late April 2009 government troops and the Taliban began to clash once again, and in May the government launched military operations throughout the district and elsewhere to oppose the Taliban. Battle for Mingora city. Fighting commenced in the largest and main city of the district, Mingora, between elite Pakistani commandos and about 300 Taliban militants positioned in deserted buildings, and continued until the 23rd of May 2009, when a major Pakistani offensive retook much of the city. Amid heavy street fighting, the Pakistani army captured large parts of the city, including several key intersections and squares. On the 24th of May, the Pakistani army announced it had retaken large parts of Mingora. Major General Athar Abbas, the army's chief military spokesman, announced that, "We want to eliminate the entire Taliban leadership." Pakistani soldiers continued to engage the Taliban in street fighting and search buildings for Taliban fighters. Pakistani troops also retook several nearby towns previously under Taliban control. On the 30th of May, the Pakistani military announced that it had regained control of all of Mingora, though small pockets of resistance still remained in the city's outskirts. Fighting between Pakistani forces and Taliban militants continued in other areas. The Pakistani army claimed the death toll to be 1,200 Taliban fighters and 90 Pakistani soldiers. There were believed to be 200,000 people in Mingora as recently as a week prior to the eruption of hostilities. Following the lifting of a curfew, as of the 23rd of May, a large exodus left what was believed to be only 10,000–20,000 civilians in the town. Expansion of operation. After retaking the town of Mingora, the military moved on to Malam Jabbar and Qamabr Bizar, taking those towns and killing the TNSM leaders of those towns. On May 29, the army cleared Armankot and the Technical Institute College on the Mingora-Kokarari Road in Mingora. On the same day, the village of Piochar in the Piochar Valley, as well as the town of Bahrain in the north of Swat, had been taken by the military. Sporadic fighting went on in the rest of Swat and in the Shangla district. Capture of Taliban commanders. On June 4, 2009, it was reported that Sufi Muhammad, the founder of Tehreek-e-Nafazi Shariat-e-Muhammadi or TNSM, was arrested in Namandara along with other militant leaders. In the coming days there was confusion over this claim since the Taliban themselves said that Muhammad was missing. Those two aides, Muhammad Maulana Alam and Amir Izzat Khan, were killed when militants attacked the prison transport they were in on June 7. On June 12, in response to a bomb explosion at a mosque that killed 38 civilians, local Pakistani militia numbering between 1,000 and 1,500 surrounded almost 300 militants. The Pakistani army sent helicopter gunships to provide air support to militia fighting in the villages of Shakkhas and Ghazi Gai, where the fiercest fighting took place. Pakistani paramilitaries also set up mortar positions on the high ground overlooking the villages. 20 homes suspected of housing Taliban fighters were destroyed. 11 Taliban militants were killed in the fighting. On June 12, the Pakistani army captured the town of Chuprial in a fierce battle. 39 Taliban fighters and 10 Pakistani soldiers were killed. On June 14, Pakistani soldiers began to clear the last pockets of resistance. On July 15, clashes throughout the Swat Valley left 11 Taliban militants and 1 Pakistani soldier dead, with the heaviest fighting taking place in the town of Kabul. The refugees that had fled their homes also began to return on July 15. Final assault. On September 11, 2009, the Pakistan Army announced that Muslim Khan and 4 other senior TNSM commanders were captured near Mingora. Maulana Fazlullah, however, remains at large. Maulana Fazlullah was actually hit in 2 airstrikes, and was critically wounded and stranded for some time in Imam Derry without any access to medical assistance. Success of operations. By August 22, 1.6 million of 2.2 million refugees returned home, as per UN estimates. On January 11, 2010, Hayatullah Hamio, one of the TTP commanders in Swat, was captured in Orangi town in Karachi, where he was keeping a low profile by working for PTCL.